Hello and welcome to Good Morning Thailand. Today we're going to be talking about some headlines from across Thailand that include Phuket being underwater, as well as a look at Robinhood, the Thaiger podcast, and some updates regarding the Mountain Bee pub, which claimed many lives because of a fire, being demolished, and the infamous Tham Luang caves being reopened. Let's start with Phuket being underwater. Now, blocked roads, traffic chaos, air travel disruptions. Phuket has been rocked with non-stop overnight rain, leaving many areas of the island completely flooded and basically underwater. Roads have been underwater, including the popular party district Bangla Road in Patong, Phuket town severely flooded, Kamala, even some areas in Talang. There have been muddy landslides that have closed roads in Kamala. Affected areas are being assisted by rescue services, while police have been dispatched to direct traffic on major roadways like Tepkasatri Road and coming over Patong Hill on Prat Barami Road. Even on Patong Hill, there were actually some mudslides and some poles that have fallen over. Tepkasatri, Sri Sunthorn, Patong, Kamala, Cheung Thale, and Paklog are the most affected areas, according to the Department of Disaster Prevention and Mitigation's Phuket Provincial Office Chief. The Phuket Governor, Kun Narong Wunseo, has made the rounds this morning to see the damage firsthand. And he said all parties are helping each other in sub-districts that have been flooded. All local administrative organizations are to help people who have been affected. The floods are due to the continuous downpour that persisted overnight, as well as reservoirs in Sri Sunthorn inundated with water, causing the Bang Neo Dam to overflow. Now, water pumps installed by the government officials have helped keep the flooded areas in Phuket from being even more catastrophic as they push a steady flow of water through drainage channels. Anyone needing to drive the slippery rain-soaked roads is encouraged to practice extreme caution behind the wheel. The Phuket News reported landslides on the coastal road between Kamala and Patong, blocking traffic, and streets in Patong itself are partially submerged. The roads on and off Phuket Island are not flooded and are still fully operational. Now, waters on city streets around the island have been up to knee height and in some places even waist height. The Phuket Land Transport Office reported roads where buses and large trucks could wade through, but smaller cars and motorbikes needed to turn back. Some have even, unfortunately, been submerged underwater. Interprovincial buses have been able to slug through high waters, and the schedules are generally unaffected and they're still operating. But yes, some areas have seen power outages, some power poles have been knocked down due to the storms, and other places needed cleanup work that required power to be temporarily cut. Neighboring province Phang Nga also reported flash floods due to the monsoon, and rains have just basically battered the entire region. And so far, there have thankfully been no reported injuries or deaths. So that's some good news coming out of the island. Let's look at some of the major concerns that are going on right now. Air travelers disruption. Now, we just came off from a 4-day weekend. A lot of people travel to Phuket without really paying attention to the weather, because we did have storm warnings coming to Phuket, but a lot of international travelers going back home, a lot of international travelers coming in. All of their air travelers and passengers got disrupted because they missed their flights out of the resort city, while also the arriving struggled to reach their hotels or homes. Several tourists missed their flights because of air traffic congestion on roads. Because of traffic congestion on their roads due to airport also being flooded. Some areas, especially the roads that lead to the airport, Nettie. And the airports actually tried to help those travelers out. They extended their check-in services from 20 minutes up to an hour extra, but people just couldn't make it to the airport. And airport bus service was temporarily suspended in certain areas. They just couldn't go and pick those people up because of heavy flooding. And passengers were actually being told to plan for the trip to take up to 4 hours. Maximum normally would take is 1 hour from the furthest point away from the airport, but people were being told So prepare up to 4 hours. There's even video of some people trying to actually make the best out of the situation. Some people were driving their longtail boats out on the street. So there's a video out of people being creative, and they took out their longtail boats to travel around the island. The video that you can see is actually near the Home Pro in Tham Luang district. This is actually, Neri, one of the main roads that you take to the airport.
Right.
If you're not coming from the Patong and Kamala area. This is the road that normally has the heaviest traffic, but even the boats actually near the end, a truck went by, and because of the volume of water and the waves, the boat flooded.
Oh no.
Yeah. And this road gives you an idea of how severely flooded the island is, because how does a normal car travel through this?
Right.
You can see the truck is quite big, but yeah. And the weather forecast, I actually shared one of the pictures with our editors. The weather forecast for the coming week is not looking good, because guess
More
what? Nadi?
rain?
Yeah, it's not over.
Gosh.
More worrying days are ahead as officials try to help people on the island of the affected floods. But the weather forecast warn of yet more rain and even stronger downpours to lash out on Phuket and other provinces along the Andaman coast. The chance of rain on the island is basically 70% from Monday to Wednesday, according to the meteorological department in Bangkok. But it's not over, and it's probably going to remain, if not get worse.
Right.
So
I'm just amused that the locals just have a longtail boat waiting in the garage for when the flood starts.
I don't know. I guess it's like maybe one of the fishermen or someone, but yeah.
Like you've lived here all your life, though.
Yes.
Have you ever seen
No.
a flood this bad?
Never. No,
Right.
Phuket, it's rare for Phuket to be flooded to that extent.
Yes.
It's never happened in the last 20 years that I've been there. We do get floods every now and then, but it's like, in Phuket town, certain areas, it's an old town. That's why it's called Phuket Old Town. It's probably the oldest part of Phuket. There have been floods there, but it goes away in like by the next morning or the afternoon. But something like this has never happened in Phuket.
Right.
And especially not in all these on different areas of the island. This is something crazy. People driving longtail boats on one of the main highways.
I know, that's kind of
It's nuts.
fun.
Well, fun, yes, but
Well,
also nuts.
not so much, yeah.
Yeah, people are getting help, so it's not great. So I called back home and I checked over with my dad. Like, hey, how's everything? Thankfully, we live in the Kathu area, which is, I think it's a bit more elevated.
Okay.
So and it's it's 10 minutes from Patong, 10 minutes from everywhere else. It's like nearly central, so that area isn't as heavily flooded, and it is okay. But yeah, places like Gamala, places like Patong, people are going to be stuck there for a while.
Yikes.
And they have to take the long route if they want to go anywhere else. But yeah, hopefully the floods, it's just something that we have to get through. So
Right.
hope everyone remains safe, stay dry, and yeah, just get back home safe if you do need to travel.
Yes.
And once again, we will keep you up to date with all the latest information on thethaiger.com. And please do pay attention to the Facebook groups and the live updates that the Phuket office, the government office always updates it on Facebook. If you are in Phuket, pay attention to the news as to what's going on, what areas are being cleared if you do need to travel around the island.
Yes, sir.
All right. For now, we're going to take a quick break. Once we come back from the break, we'll be giving you updates on the Mountain Bee Pub, the infamous Tham Luang Caves, as well as looking at Robinhood in Thailand. Find out more after the break. Thinking of investing, but don't know where to start? Ever heard of AAAFX?
What is AAAFX?
Good question. Look no further than AAAFX, your choice for trading and investing. Low commissions and spread with fast execution. They're trustworthy and have been offering services since 2008. You can invest using various deposit methods, including crypto, with negative balance protection and 100% matching deposit bonus. Choose AAAFX and enter the lucrative market of trading. Visit AAAFX.com. And welcome back. You're watching Good Morning Thailand. This show is brought to you by AAAFX. Investing and trading made easier than ever. Visit the link in the description. Find out more about yourself by visiting the website. Register. But hey, be responsible. Invest only what you can afford to lose. Test the waters before you go in deep. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to John Arneson, because Guess what, Natty?
Is he a legend?
He's a Thaiger member.
Oh yeah.
He's a cub.
Still good.
He's our newest member.
Yay.
So thank you very much,
you.
John. We appreciate you supporting the Thaiger. Marish.
Marishka.
Can I make a quick plug?
Please.
So this last Saturday, I actually did one of my favorite podcasts to date.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I did it with Billy, who is a probably unknown to most of our viewers, but a great, inspiring artist and someone really interesting to meet. So he's been doing YouTube for over 15 years now, and now he's got over 1.8 million followers on YouTube, millions of followers on other social media platforms. He was a music producer. He became a music producer through YouTube. And then now he's actually also a musical artist. His band kind of took off in the pandemic. And he's in a music band called Tilly Birds.
Heard of that?
Yeah, and it's great that how he started off as a YouTuber and now he's like a successful music artist and music producer in Thailand. Really cool guy. So if you do have some time, check it out. Here's a quick promo of that podcast.
More music venues, less pubs, I would say. Focus on the show more. If you're pulling out a concert, make sure it's a concert, not like just a band playing for you to eat, you know?
Who's one person that you'd love to collab with that you haven't collabed with yet?
Oh, damn.
Billy Natanai Chuchat, YouTuber, musician, music producer, filmmaker, dancer, and entertainer with over 1.76 million subscribers on YouTube. Billy is an artist who started his career on YouTube more than 10 years ago making dance videos and evolved into one of the brightest and most entertaining music producers and musicians that Thailand has ever seen. Now touring all over Thailand with his band Tilly Birds, Billy sits with us today to talk about the journey he has taken to become the artist he is today, his future plans, and the current situation of the music industry in Thailand. Introducing Billy Chuchat. Well, I hope you enjoyed that quick sneak peek. But yeah, he's worked with some of the biggest artists in Thailand. He's a big artist in Thailand. And yeah, he's rocking it in Thailand. So check out that podcast if you have some time on the Thaiger podcast. Subscribe to the channel. Show some love. Comment. A lot of you might think that your comments might not mean anything, but we really would appreciate the feedback. Who would you like to see next? Maybe in what field? Tell us what you thought about the production or of the podcast. Your comments really do help, and they really do help engage the video so that we can share that with more and more people. So if you do have a minute, please go subscribe and watch the video on the Thaiger podcast channel. All right, let's talk some more about some of the headlines around Thailand.
Okay.
Nettie, I've got two quick ones. Well, kind of, but they're more updates. First one, Mountain Bee Pub. Remember that pub that was on fire? Well, it's been demolished. The building was demolished on Saturday, leaving an empty lot on that road where the venue was briefly opened before the fire. It was still a fairly new pub. The last remaining bits of the iron structures of the former Mountain Bee pub have now been hauled off the property, according to the Pattaya News. Now, the father and son owners of the pub are out on bail. While cases are brought by victims' families and by authorities, the families have pushed for a deeper probe and asked the Crime Suppression Division to basically look into the incident because they believe that there are more secret business partners and even authorities involved in the club that was able to open without proper licensing. The Mountain Bee Pub fire tragedy never seems to end, as the 25th victim succumbed to her injuries on the same day the burnt husk of the club was demolished. So 25 unfortunate souls have died in the massive fire in the Mountain Bee Pub that was dominating the news since almost a month back now. But yes, that pub has been demolished. Another update is the infamous Tham Luang cave. Now, the Tham Luang cave became famous when 12 boys and their football coach were dramatically rescued in 2018. That was reopened to the public yesterday. The site had been closed since July 1st because of the monsoon and the weather, and they didn't want a repeat of the same situation where people would go in the cave and get stuck there. Yeah, now it's open back to the public because the monsoon season is officially over.
Right.
The caves in Kun Nam Nang Non Forest Park closed for 3.5 months to avoid any similar incidents. Now opening again to tourists, the chief of the Mae Sai district in Chiang Rai, where the caves are located, presided over a merit-making ceremony yesterday to celebrate the reopening.
I would be a little paranoid, to be honest, to go into any cave at this point, especially when it's raining. Even if it's a little drizzle, I get paranoid. I'm like, I don't want to get stuck in there. I did watch the Netflix, the 13 Lives. There's so many documentaries coming out and movies and series that, just makes me a bit worried. But yeah, good that they're open again.
Rain in Thailand for the last couple of months has been devastating. Nothing good comes with rain.
Yeah.
Normally I look forward to the rainy season. It's
You
cooler
do?
weather. But have you noticed that Bangkok has extremely cool weather?
Yeah, yesterday was the coolest
Yeah, it
it
was
has
like
ever
23
been.
degrees, 22 degrees, which
Crazy.
is nuts.
Yeah.
You can see a lot of people wearing jumpers outside.
Yeah, it was so cold.
At 23 degrees Celsius. I wouldn't say it's as cold for like jumpers, but are you wearing a jumper?
I
Is it
was
cold
wearing
for you?
like a tracksuit, like a proper
wow.
tracksuit. Yes.
Oh no. Natty, talking about updates. You've been away for a while. You've been a busy bee.
I have been a busy bee. I took a little holiday.
Yes.
And I went to Pattaya, actually.
Okay.
Can I
I told everyone you went to
segue?
Khao Yai.
Really?
You were
Oh,
supposed
no.
to go to Khao Yai.
I was supposed to go to Khao Yai, but
Okay.
in the end, I thought I'd just do some, some fun, let my
Okay.
hair down a little bit, go to Pattaya instead.
Nice.
So this will segue beautifully into my story.
Wait, no, not
Not
yet.
yet.
Not yet. But
Okay.
how was Pattaya? Did you meet any Tiger fans?
No, I didn't. But
Really?
I think it's also because I was just like not
hiding?
wearing my normal clothes. Like I was like full blown, just like a homeless person.
Oh no.
Yeah. And just walking around and
Okay.
being weird. Yeah.
Any special mentions? You went to Ripley's, believe it or not.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh, guys.
I can't believe that thing still exists.
Guys, okay, I'm planning to do like a short video. I went to possibly one of the worst wax museums in the world.
Oh no.
I don't mind saying it even here, but like I went to one of the wax museums in Pattaya.
Is
it
it
was
the Madame
so bad.
Tussauds?
It's not Madame
Oh,
Tussauds, so
okay.
it's fine. But it's a different wax museum, and it was so bad. And I
no.
took so many videos, and I can't wait to make short videos out of it.
So was it horrific, or you just didn't look real?
Oh my God, they look like a completely different person. Like, for example, Britney Spears looked like a generic Karen.
Oh.
And Harry Potter looked half Asian. Like, it was bad.
It was all inclusive.
It was very inclusive. And Nelson Mandela's head was this small, and Mao
no.
Zedong's head was like this big. Like, the
Oh, no.
proportions were so off.
Are you sure it was supposed to be a normal wax museum, or maybe it's supposed to be like a caricature?
No, I don't think so. It was supposed to be realistic, but it looked very scary.
We never know the full story. Maybe they had budget concerns, but hey, maybe you have a good time.
Yeah, I did have a good time. I think the wax might have melted or something. Like the faces were just like weird.
You gotta have a quick edible or a smoky to go in there before you go.
Oh, I wish I knew.
All right. Anyways, we're gonna take a quick break. Once we come back from the break, Natty's got 2 stories about Pattaya and Robinhood. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back. You're watching Good Morning Thailand. The show is brought to you by British International School Phuket. Natty, it's the best school in Thailand
It is.
and also Southeast Asia. Would you go there?
I would have if
No, but
I knew.
would you send your child there?
I would send my child to BISP, the only school to go.
If Natty would send her child there, then consider sending your child to British International School Phuket. We're going to be there soon, next month.
Oh, I can't
And
wait.
then you will see where I grew up.
Oh, little Jays running around. Nice.
All right.
Little ducklings.
We're going to move on to our final 2 stories today. Let's start with Pattaya. Now, this is a little bit sensitive. I hope we've blurred it. Have we blurred the pictures, Shrai?
I didn't put the picture that they take.
Oh, okay, thankfully. Oh, thank God. This is a little bit of a sensitive story, but this is involving a British man in Pattaya, Natty.
Yeah, after reading the story, I got really concerned because I just came back from Pattaya as well.
Yeah.
But a 68-year-old British man, we'll call him Raymond, was on holiday there when he felt pain in one of his eyes, and it became so excruciating that he had to call the holidays quit, and then he had to go back to the UK to get it checked up. Now, doctors in the UK diagnosed his eye pain as a fungal infection and had a cornea transplant surgery for him. But in a matter of months, the cornea became loose, and then the doctors decided that his eye would have to be removed completely. Now, fungal infections usually come from an eye injury that can be exacerbated by contact lens uses. And maybe this is why his eyes became infected, because he actually uses a 30-day lenses for 4 years. That's what he said.
Wait, what? The
So
same lens?
The same lenses that are disposable after a usage of 1 month, he used it for 4 years consecutively. So that
The
might
same
have
one?
the same pair, yeah. So I think that might have played a part in, the fungal infection, maybe. But now he's a little bit paranoid, and he's lamenting on the pain and the loss of his eyes, as well as the problems that he's still facing right now. So even though he got the eye infection in Pattaya, it could have come basically from wearing the same contact lenses over and over for a long period of time. So people, do take care of your hygiene. Don't wear the same pair of eye contacts, even if you think you're cleaning it properly and everything. If the label says it's for 30-day use, probably best to just use it for 30 days and discard it. Yeah. Unfortunate for him.
He put it in his eye for 4 years, a
Yeah.
disposable one?
But he allegedly he cleans it.
I guess.
yeah.
I mean, men can be very... Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, it's sad because he ended up losing his eye, and there are going to be people who are going to be like, okay, you shouldn't have done that, this and that. Yes, I'm sure he knows that too. It's unfortunate that, he ended up losing his eye over it.
Yeah, that's sad. I know that guys, sometimes they use side A, side B for their
Yeah.
shirts and underwear.
I think he made a joke about it too, didn't he? But
Did he?
he's fairly in good spirits. I'm not. I think I was reading the article, and he made light of the situation. I think that's a very British thing to do when things are serious. But anyways, wish him all the best. Our last story, Nettie, is something that I've written here as steal from the rich and give to the poor. Robinhood of Thailand. Am I on the right tracks?
You are on the right track.
Am I really?
Yes, you are.
Oh.
So Robinhood, if you don't know what that is, it's a food delivery app that kind of grew during the pandemic.
Oh, I thought it was the man.
Oh, no, it's an app. It's an
Okay.
app.
Yeah.
So it's a on-demand delivery service platform under SCBX, and the reason why it's news today is because it's planning to apply for 2 financial business licenses that are expected to generate core income over the long term. Now, if you didn't know how it happened, during the pandemic, places like Grab, Food Panda, and all of that, they have GP service. GP is a commission fee applied to food vendors or hotels on online platforms. So say you're buying food from Grab, Grab might take 30% GP, which means that the restaurant would earn 30% less immediately. Now, Robinhood saw that problem because a lot of small restaurants that were struggling during that time made a complaint. So they built this platform, and they don't collect any fee from the hotels or the merchants that they work with.
Okay.
So whatever you pay, the customer pays, they get in full. Basically, that's
How do they make money?
That's a good question. So they haven't been making money, and that is why they are planning to apply for 2 licenses that will make them have money. And the 2 services are express item delivery, and the second one is ride hailing. So basically, it will now become another Grab app.
Okay.
Yeah. But hopefully that they would charge less for GP services, because right now they actually do have some services, but instead of collecting 35%, say, like Food Panda or Grab, they only collect 15%, which is a lot less. And that's how they are planning to make money. It will also be offering electric vehicle rental service next year as well. And the company expects to start generating a net profit in 3 years' time in 2025 or 2026. So good news for them to start generating some cash. I think they've been... I wouldn't say they're bleeding because they are SEB after all. I know that they have a lot of cash to burn, but yeah, it's good to start making money back.
I knew Robinhood, the financial app. I never knew they did food delivery.
Oh, really?
In
I
Thailand,
use them.
Really? In
Yes.
Thailand, it's like what? Food Panda, Grab, everybody else.
Food Panda, Grab, Line. Do you not use Line Man?
Yeah,
no, not so
really,
much.
Not
okay.
really. But, okay, now the fact, I really do hope, by the way, that they get into... ride-hailing services. I think that's going to be great for the country. Grab is just dropping the ball. I've used Bolt now more than ever.
Good.
It's like sometimes half the price.
Right.
It was a 3-kilometer drive. It was raining. I don't know when it was. It was a couple of days ago, 4 or 5 days ago. On Grab, it was 176 baht. And then on Bolt, it was 67 baht. And I'm
Dude.
like,
My goodness. Right.
and Grab's just, that's like a ripoff. Grab charging you 100 baht more. And I think, they in their attempt to have a monopoly, at first they were cheap. They were the cheapest option. They got all these people on board. And now people are like, I'm going to leave if you don't charge these prices. So they probably had to raise their prices. And now people like Bolt are coming in and Robinhood comes in.
Right.
I hope they steal the market share so that it's a more competitive market.
Yeah.
Because I don't pay 160 baht.
Yeah.
Go
Bolt
away,
is
Grab.
awesome.
I don't like your food service as well.
Oh, attacking people left and right.
I'll tell you what. What's it called?
Delivery?
No. Yeah. So Food Panda, what it does is you order something from the restaurant. It will take long, but eventually they will find you a rider. What Grab does is you order food, and unless you find a driver, the food doesn't go to the restaurant. So the restaurant doesn't start cooking your food unless they find a driver for you. And sometimes it takes up to 15 to 20 minutes for the app to tell you that, sorry, we couldn't find you a rider, therefore we couldn't place your ad.
Yeah.
So imagine you're hungry, you order something, you wait 20 minutes, you find out, okay, they couldn't find your driver, it gets canceled. You order again, you could be waiting up to 40 minutes to an hour to realize that you'll never find a rider ever again.
This sounds like a personal rant.
So your food doesn't get delivered.
Right.
And then for traveling, they charge you crazy prices, probably double or definitely more than Bolt.
It's way too much. Now it's
what else
ridiculous.
does Grab do apart from delivering food and traveling? They have all these services.
They do have a lot of stuff.
I liked the delivery service, as in like I want to send a package. I use Grab. The prices are reasonable.
They're reasonable.
But what I mean, I love Grab. I'm disappointed. I'm sharing my frustration out of disappointment because they do have the monopoly. They could be so much better.
True.
Why don't they?
Yeah, I don't know why they want to make the prices soar, because that just leaves holes for competition to come in. Unless they want to make it a premium service that when you ride and Grab, you feel lux.
Kill off the competition. I'm all for the business, but be competitive. Be reasonable.
Yeah.
Don't rip people off.
Personal. I think you're just hungry. It's okay.
Was that all for that story?
That is all. So lucky for you, there's going to be
Come
more,
on, Robinhood. Steal
more
from the rich and
competition.
give to the poor, baby. What a name. We're coming in to break the chain of the companies that hold the monopoly on delivery services and ride-hailing apps. I salute you, Robinhood.
Right.
On that note, we're going to take a quick break. Once we come back from the break, we'll be addressing some of your feedback and comments. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back. You're watching Good Morning Thailand, and this show is brought to you by Andamanda Water Park. Natty went to Pattaya, but if she had gone to Phuket,
I would have gone to Andamana Water
She would have
Park.
definitely gone to Andamanda Water
Yeah.
Park.
And go into the lazy Susan.
The lazy river.
Yeah. Lazy
Yeah.
River.
Perfect for the summer. But yeah, consider visiting Andamanda Water Park next time you travel to Phuket. All right. It's now time to address some of your feedback and comments, members. So I hope you've been typing away because the voice of God is always watching. So for now, we'd like to welcome, and I'd like to say, enter the chat, the voice of God.
Hello.
Hello.
What was that?
You went really quiet.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
She was waiting for you to do it first. So I don't know how do you say this person's name? Bastille old man?
Pastiche.
Pastiche old man.
I don't know, pastiche.
Said, Jay, I saw you at Chatuchak
Yeah.
Weekend Market yesterday
Yes.
with
Yeah.
I can say it?
Yeah,
okay.
it's okay.
With Arena.
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
the older lady in blue your mother?
No, they were all my friends. I was at Chatuchak Market with Arena, with Zoe, with Sahar.
I like Zahar and Zoe. Hi.
Oh yes, you met
I
them.
know. I
You
know
met-
all of them
You
and
know like
Arena.
everyone in my life.
Yeah, I do.
But yeah, we went to the weekend market and had a good time. I read later that Bastish said I asked him why didn't he come say hi. He said I was running to the bathroom.
Oh no.
And all I can say to that is, hey man, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah, nature's
So
calling.
it's unfortunate I couldn't get to meet you, but if next time anyone does see me, I do love going to Chatuchak Market. I've only been there twice in my life, pretty
Oh, yeah?
much. But yeah, please do come say hi. But yeah, hello.
Hello.
People in the chat were also saying that they missed you, Natty, and they
Oh.
said that you're glowing. You must have had a
Glowing,
good
Natty.
vacation.
The glows. You, hello.
Are you happy to be back?
I am very happy to be back. I felt like I was missing out on a lot, and I was looking. I was watching GMT from time to time. I was like, I
You were
want to be
watching it
there.
every day, Natty. I know you watched it every day. Don't pretend.
Rewatch.
You
yeah.
love us. You're
I
obsessed.
do. I do.
You should have
Okay.
commented. I would have picked up your comment.
Yeah, I'm shy.
Yeah. Okay, so we have a few comments on two topics mainly. So first one is Phuket flooding really badly. Tony the Tiger said, another reminder to not come to Thailand during wet season, spending thousands of dollars.
I think the wet season will soon be over. Soon, because now it's considered winter season now.
Winter
in
is
late
coming.
October.
Yay. Game of Thrones.
Winter's coming.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Well, I thought the wet season was stopping because it didn't rain in Bangkok lately, but it turns out that it was flooding elsewhere.
Oh yeah, that's true. It was just flooding everywhere.
John's Journey said scuba diving to the mall in Phuket.
Scuba diving?
Scuba diving
Oh, John, you wild stallion.
is
you.
disgusting water.
John's Journey is Tiger's Elite, by the way. Salute.
Yes.
Salute to our Tiger
Salute.
Elite.
Okay, for the Robinhood story, Sick Puppy said, imagine Grab as the new Tiger sponsor after you said all that.
It's just bound to happen now.
Yeah.
I said it.
What if the Wax Museum and Grab sponsored after this episode?
Who knows?
Anything
They're
can
like,
happen.
let us change our mind.
Yeah.
You know what? I do wish Grab. Firstly, I would love if Grab sponsored us. That would be a great deal for us. I'm not even pretend like it's not. But I do hope they sponsor us because I'm a loyal customer. You know, and if I did get
a
into
lot of us
room-
are here.
No, if I did get into a room with some executive from the Grab, I would love to give them constructive criticism and be like, hey, you might lose loyal customers, and I don't know if you care about my opinion or not, but you're dropping the ball, man. There's competition coming. I choose not to use your service because of these reasons. Can you at least justify to me why you do them? Maybe they have a great reason and I don't understand, you know? Perhaps I'm ignorant,
Yeah.
but I'm willing to learn. But I would love to have a meeting with the Grab executives to talk about a sponsorship.
And this is his
And we could get this right.
elevator pitch to Grab.
I love Grab. I do.
Rewind back 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, to when he. Oh, so you were talking about like how you can't find a driver when you're ordering food.
Yeah.
The food doesn't get made until there's a driver that's confirmed, right?
Yeah. Because
Yeah. So
Grab has those special restaurants as well where like, you know, some of my favorite restaurants are only available on Grab.
oh yeah, that's
And it's like they keep canceling. It's the most frustrating thing in the world.
Yeah, Tony the Tiger said, I mean, when it rains, yes, it's impossible to find a driver to deliver.
Yeah, impossible, especially Grab. You just won't find a driver. They
Or-
just won't accept it.
Or even during rush hours. I'm not talking about food delivery now. I'm talking about just ride hailing in general. When it's like peak hours, Grab does not go into different areas. But Bolt seems to be everywhere. We still want your sponsorship, Grab. Bolt is everywhere.
So for Food Panda, right? When your rider picks up the food, it says like your rider is making another delivery in a nearby area, and then he'll come to you. It'll come late, but at least you have that feeling where like, all right, it's gonna be a bit late. At least he's coming. At least he's coming.
I think you need to start cooking at home.
Yeah. Bringing in food.
Yeah.
Mojo82 said that Bolt is lowballing until they get bought by a bigger company, but I will always use Bolt.
Yeah, but even if they do get bought, right? Like, how are they going to stay competitive with Grab? They have to charge lower prices. That is the only selling point why anyone would use Bolt. Bolt has nothing else apart from ride-hailing services, and the fact that people use it is just because it's cheaper.
Yep.
And that's it. And that's great. If they do get bought out, are they going to charge the same prices as Grab?
I hope not. I
Who
don't think
knows?
they. I don't
hope
think
not.
that's.
But guess what? Robinhood's coming. Robinhood's coming.
I'm gonna save
Wait,
us
so
all.
Robinhood is
There's
coming
even
in as
InDriver,
a.
InDriver is also a great app. The one where you can suggest how much you want to pay. So in the app it says, for example, 100 baht. I'm like, would you go for 80? And then the driver gets an option to say yes or no.
And if it's like a no, then it's like an
Yeah.
immediate like cancellation.
So
or
so InDriver can even be cheaper than Bolt. So here's how it goes. You go on your app. Let's say you're going from the airport to Asok. It costs 300 baht. On Grab, it'll say 300 baht. On Bolt, it might say 240 baht. On InDriver, it'll be like, suggested price for this service is 260 baht. But you can go as low as 220 or even like 200 sometimes. It'll be like, I'm only willing to pay 200. Which driver is willing to go? And then it sends a message out to all their drivers, and the drivers be like, I'll go for 220, I'll go for 240, I'll go for 260. And then you can look at their car. This guy has a Fortuner, this guy has a Toyota Yaris. Maybe you don't care. All right, I'll go with the Toyota Yaris for 200 baht. Boom, InDriver.
Oh.
It helps.
Well, there you go. I think now he wants InDriver as the sponsor instead.
Yeah.
InDriver, Bolt. I feel like we're the Bolt. Let's be honest.
Be the Bolt.
We're the Bolt.
Be the Bolt you want to change.
We're the Bolt.
Wow. That was.
We're trying to make a change here. We're Tiger. We're trying
sense.
to get a conversation started. Don't be afraid of the conversation.
I wanna plug my favorite transportation.
No, sorry, we have no time for that.
Move Me.
What?
Move Me is awesome.
All right,
It's a
let's
tuk-tuk.
let's take our last few questions. We're going way overboard over our time.
Oh, John's Journey says that he just walks to 7-Eleven and grabs the food himself.
Well, John's journeys. He's a journeyman. I wish I could be more like you, John. I wish.
Why do I feel like
7-Eleven
today-
is a lifesaver. I'll tell you that, John. 7-Eleven is definitely a lifesaver.
Oh gosh, yeah, they have really healthy options too.
Yeah.
Like,
When now it rains, I just go to 7-Eleven. I'm like, there's
Right.
no point in ordering food.
true.
This city shuts down when it rains.
That is true.
People, and it's like a Thai thing as well. People just cancel plans. Oh, it's raining. Not gonna go
Yeah.
out today. What?
Oh, you go out if it rains?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not gonna change my plans just because it's raining. It's called an
would.
umbrella.
no.
It's called BTS.
But what do you do when there's like splooshes coming from the tiles and like roof juices falling into your mouth?
What
You
Where
might
do
get
you live?
salmonella like around here.
Where do you live? dude?
where are these words coming from?
so
But they made
gross.
sense.
Yeah, right.
There's water coming out of your tiles. There's
no.
drops from your ceiling.
Yeah, it's gross. I mean, like when you walk
Maddie,
on the
I'm
streets.
concerned. Oh,
No,
okay.
when you're walking on the streets, it's yuckies. And there's rats too.
This is
Ooh,
exactly what I
ratatouille.
mean. You're gonna drop all the plans that you've made
Yeah.
because it's raining.
Yeah.
Note to self.
This is
Do
another
not
debate
make
in
plans
itself,
when it
yeah.
rains. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
all the comments I addressed are the only ones that were there. Like there were comments on the I story, but I'd rather not say that.
Okay, fair enough. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please click the like button because Natty's back.
I am back.
She's glowing.
I'm wearing blush.
So please click the like button if you've enjoyed the show. Comment. Please do comment. It really does help engagement of our video. And yeah, go visit the Thaiger podcast channel. Check out the latest podcast. We hope you enjoy it. We hope you discover a new artist that you might like. And yeah, check out Billy as well on YouTube.
Billy Tillybird.
Great guy. He's a big star. He's like a proper star. He's the most humble person I've ever met.
Yeah.
Great guy. And we hope you enjoy and join us again for tomorrow's episode. We need a word for today, Natty.
Oh, no.
If you've made it so far, you are one of the Thaiger family. A lot of people don't make it till this part of the episode. It's like, what, we're 43, 42 minutes in? This is for the real OGs, for the real Thaiger fam. So we're going to give you a word for today. The other day I was going through some of the older videos.
Yeah.
And like, for the people who have no idea what's going on, they were like, why you keep saying Andy Murray? Who's Andy Murray? Or what was the latest one? I said, I gave someone's name and people just kept on typing it. And whoever didn't get it were just like, why is everyone typing this?
Was it Eric Cantona?
Oh, Eric Cantona. They're like, who the hell is Eric Cantona? That's so funny.
So do you want to go with someone's name again, or like it's just?
I don't know. I'm just trying out different
Tillybird.
things. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, today's words will be tillybirds.
You have to pronounce it properly.
Tillybirds.
Tilly.
Tilly. Tilly.
Yeah.
What is a tillybird?
You'll find out more in the podcast.
You'll find out more in the podcast. All right. So until then, take care. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Very abrupt.